welcome to Overbooked and Underqualified. My name is Liv.
I'm Sam.
And we are here today with book 2. What is the series called?
I thought it was called The Wolf King, but that was the
it's-
name of the first book.
Yeah, so anyways, it's the second book of the After the Wolf King called The Night Prince. And we're going to go over that today and then talk about, do we want to talk about our next book now?
I don't care.
We
Whatever
didn't-
you want.
Okay, we can. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
The third book was supposed to come out
This is
this
very
November.
upsetting.
So we were like, okay with starting a
Yeah.
trilogy because we're like, all right, cool, we'll wrap it up in November. But now it recently got pushed back to next May of 2027.
I mean, like, we talked about this briefly, but I do think that it's because of ACOTAR.
Yeah, I sent Sam a video of this girl and she was talking about reasons of why it is, and there's a couple different theories. One is that she was like kind of an indie author, which I feel like you can kind of tell, but not really. Like the storyline wise, I feel like you
Yes,
can't maybe
storyline-
writing a little bit.
Yes, I feel like there's a couple sentences, which, like, granted, sometimes I'm reading too fast.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a couple sentences where I'm like, I think that's the wrong word. Like, she didn't have, like, solid editors, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So there's one theory where she just all of a sudden this picked up so much popularity that now she needs more time and editing and everything else. And the second one is like, oh, the author like changed things up, changed the storyline.
Yeah, scary.
If it turns into a throuple, I will be, or why choose, I will be mad.
I'm actually going to be so upset because this is the first book this year outside of Alchemized. I feel like Alchemized doesn't count because, like, it was so heavy, but it was so good. This is the first book that made me go, hee hee.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're flipping through the pages.
Yeah.
If this ends up in a throuple situation, I'm going to be so mad.
Which I'll be super mad because that's not the direction, like, obviously
Yes.
she was going with these first 2 books. So, and then the third is, yes, the ACOTAR release, which I think makes the most sense.
I feel like a lot of stuff has gotten, like, pushed off.
Everyone's scared.
Which, like, fair. I feel like ACOTAR, for a lot of, like, adult fantasy readers, are what, like, started them reading. At least that's what it was for me.
Yeah.
ACOTAR started me reading again as an adult. Mm-hmm. And it's a very, like, I love Sarah J. Maas. I've read all 16 books. Mm-hmm. So I get it. If I was an indie author, I'd be like, no.
She's top tier writing for sure. And yeah, I don't know. That's why we'll get into that with our ACOTAR stuff, but
yeah,
I just am like, I can't stand when people just blast her apart.
Sarah J.
Like,
Maas?
yeah, like her,
Who blasts
or not
her?
blast her apart, but like just picks apart
Yeah. I do need
stuff
to go
so aggressively.
Yes, I need to go back in. I feel like I've gotten a lot more clarity on my reading perspectives as we've done this in our last year of reading.
Okay.
Because before it was really all just Sarah J. Maas and then like a little bit of sprinkles here and there of other things. Mm-hmm. Because I hated the Third Crescent City. Mm-hmm. Like, hated it.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I am going to reread the Crescent Cities before ACOTAR 6 comes out. Mm-hmm. Someone needs to read them for the first time.
I read the first 1.5.
But I am going to go in, I feel like, with nicer eyes this time.
I'm excited because you said you hated it. Cassie said she liked it.
She did. Okay.
Yes.
And like I said,
so
I
I'm
think
like, okay, this is kind of good. I get 2 different perspectives.
It wasn't that I hated it. It just felt too easy.
Okay.
And I feel like that'll make
just need
sense
to
once
commit
you...
and
Yeah,
get back
you do,
into it.
girl. You finished one book in, like, 2 days.
And you know what's crazy is I, like, love those books. But
Yeah.
maybe that's why. Maybe I'm trying to savor them.
Girl, we don't have time for savoring. You need
But
to
I
finish
wanna
those before we
savor.
read the new ACOTAR.
I know, and I don't want to listen. I want to read it.
Okay, well, if it comes down
I did
to
get
it...
the book out. It's out and looking at me, guys.
But it's dusty. She had to go like this to the cover.
I did, yeah. The little wiperoo. Anyways, I'm really excited for our rereads. That's coming in the next couple months.
Yeah, we might
Maybe
have like
September
one more series through here.
when we'll
We're
be
spacing it out
releasing
for
it.
like, I think it's going to be 10 weeks of us reading it.
Yeah, maybe, I don't even know.
10 weeks with like our every other episode because there's 5 books.
Yeah.
unless we want to scrunch some together, like put the Christmas special in with Wings and Rune or
Christmas
whatever.
special.
You guys will know what the outline looks like for that closer to. But
Yeah.
So we're really sad that the last book is coming out like a lot later. 6 months is a long time to wait for a book.
Yeah.
But in addition, but I really, really liked this book. I was very much into this series.
Me too. This was a really fun book. Do you have any other notes? I already told you about, I started Frida McFadden, Never Lie.
Yes. How is that going?
I haven't worked, so I haven't listened to it, but I am tomorrow, so I'll be hopefully finishing it tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I'll be working for like 3 hours, so that should...
You said you're about like 65, 70% of the way?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like 68%.
Well, how are you feeling?
Good. I actually am loving it.
Okay.
I'm getting upset at the one guy. Because I'm like, this house is creepy AF. And you're being all like, oh, it's just you being crazy. I'm like, no, she ain't being crazy.
Oh, it's so good. That
I
book
really
was
like
so
the
good.
multiple point of views and stuff. It's just really good. I thought that I was going to be scared, but I'm really into it.
I didn't think that one was really scary. It was more of like mystery.
It's perfect thriller.
Yes, it is.
It's not...
That one is so good. Okay.
And it's just keeping me on my toes, for sure.
Love. I'm very curious to see, because at the end, I literally was like...
I don't even know if I have predictions. I'm just like, what the F is going on?
Oh, so good.
I'm scared.
I'm so excited for you to finish it so we can discuss.
Anyways, that one's really good. I'm really enjoying it. And I like that it's short.
Yeah, it's not long.
Yeah, like I can just kind of...
Her
It's not
books
as
aren't
daunting
bad.
to start.
It's not like a 19-hour book or whatever.
Yeah, I had one that I had asked for on Libby, like, I waited 20-some weeks for it. And of course, all of them come at the same time.
Seriously? What is that?
I don't know. And so I had to just skip it because it was like a 19-hour, and I just am like,
You
I'll
want to
try again in
read
18 more weeks.
Seriously. Because I didn't listen to any books on Spotify for the podcast this month.
Same.
So I didn't want to waste my hours.
Yeah, I know.
So
what is that about? I hate that.
I'm finally committing. My favorite podcaster's Morbid. She wrote a book, Butcher and the Wren. It was her first book. I have like the actual copy of it, and it was just okay. It's her first time writing. This plot was good, but it didn't like suck me in. So I finally committed, and I'm listening to her second one. It's called The Butcher Games.
Okay.
And then her third one of the series comes out in August.
Is the second one better or kind of the same?
I only started it this morning, so I'm like an hour and a half in. I feel like it's better descriptors. I think that I'm just having a hard time because, again, thriller's not where I go. Like, I love magic.
I know. It's so hard, for me to just, like, I feel like I'm, like, it's a homework assignment for me to, like, change things up.
Yes.
Like, I kind of have to, like, force myself to do it, and it's not always the worst time, but I'm, like, it's just...
I do think that this book is better. I'm just, like, struggling because it's, like, there's no way for me to make connections to characters because the main character is not a mortician, a coroner.
Oh.
And then the other main character is a serial killer.
Okay.
So it's like, there's not really anywhere to place connection with the characters.
Yeah.
Like, Ren, the main character, super cool, super badass. I like her, but I don't feel, like, connected to her. If that makes sense. Not that I feel connected.
But it's hard because sometimes I feel like we do need those cleansing genre changes.
Yes, I agree.
Like so we'll just say our next books are Crown Me Dead.
Yes.
And Crown Me whatever the second book is.
Yes.
I don't know what it's called.
Guys, we started this one.
Yeah, I have words on... I have some words on it. But after those two books, I don't know how you feel. I'm ready for...
a genre change.
I think Binding 13
is
where we're looking. I've been wanting, like, a nice romance.
Let's just get her done.
To break it off, and then I feel like boom, ACOTAR.
Yep. I agree with you.
We could even do Crescent City, too, if we wanted to. Since maybe that'll inspire me to read.
I'm not opposed to a Crescent City recap.
I just don't know if we'll have the time. But anyways, we'll discuss that when
Yes.
we're on our own time, guys.
Not your guys's.
Anyways, so something we need to start off with the Night Prince
Yes.
is the kiss allegations from the last.
It was true.
It was true.
They did kiss, and then because you and me were fighting.
Because I'm like, I don't fucking remember that happening. And then I looked it up, and Google's like, nope,
Yep.
they never did.
But then it talks about it in the book.
And then I got spoilers for this, because it goes, oh yeah, they kissed, which it wasn't anything aggressive.
No.
But the kiss was like when he was
Trying to
get Callum back.
angry. Yes. Because I was like,
So it was not like I was picturing like a kiss.
oh, like a sexy kiss.
Yeah, like that was nothing to me.
Yeah.
Because
I
she
just,
didn't like she wasn't like, oh, and nothing. Like she
No,
wasn't
it was
like
nothing. She was pissed.
Yeah.
But they did kiss.
So I think that I just was like, but
Which
they
is
did.
fair.
So I wanted to say that Sam was right. We did. Google was wrong.
Google was wrong. Evil Google.
Can we? Side note: I hate how like when you Google something now,
There's
AI
synopsis at the top. No. Get out of here.
AI like don't look up books anymore
No.
because AI is like, oh, you want spoilers for the next 4 series? Like,
Yeah.
here you go. Here's exactly what happens
I'm looking at
before you
one
even have a
singular
chance
question.
to shield your eyes.
Let me find a Reddit post. I don't need the synopsis. Get.
Yeah, and I just don't want to see it. Like,
No.
just let me fucking do my own research.
And you're trying to be really specific, like, and you type in the thing, no spoilers, and then there it is.
No, that's literally what happened. It's like, oh no, they don't kiss till book 2. And it was like, book 2 gives the whole scene about when she's whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't even stand a chance.
You
So I'm
didn't.
like, I'm done. I'm done at Googling book stuff ever until I'm done.
Which is fair.
Fucking TikTok is better at this point.
TikTok is better.
Which is horrible to
Yeah.
say.
I'm with you.
That's where we're going these days for our information.
Yikes.
Yikes. Is a riot. Anyways, so kiss allegations, we ironed that out.
That case has been closed.
The case has been closed. I was really mad. I'm like, Sam, did you make up a fucking kiss when
Yeah.
there's a love triangle? Because that is not okay. And then
then
you were
she-
like, yeah, I think I did. Whoops.
Well, Google said no. So I said, I guess I did make it up. I dreamt it.
No, you
I just
should
was
have
a
fought
s-
harder.
I don't
Because I literally said, I'm like, why would you make that up? And you were like, because I'm psycho. You just are so quick to be like, because.
Sure, I made it up.
I just dreamt it up. Anyways, it's been a little while, so bear with us on this.
Yeah.
We start out with Blake's point of view, which I kind of liked.
Yeah, the prologue, I did too.
Yep. This whole book, I found myself just wanting Cal to disappear. Like, I kept wanting him to leave the
Really?
palace. Yeah, like, I just was so done and over him.
He was pissing me off, but I felt rectified at the end.
He never pissed me off. I was just bugged by him. Like,
Which
you're-
maybe
I
that's
was
the
like,
right.
you're bugging me. Just, like, leave so Blake and her can just, like, do scandalous, like, meet in the corridor things. Like, that's where I was at this whole time.
I was more of just getting pissed isn't the right word. I was getting frustrated with him. I didn't understand the actions he was doing. Because they're like throughout the whole book, she is still desperately in love with him. Mm-hmm. And he's like all of a sudden gets wishy-washy and like not into it the way she is. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, granted, I want Blake. Mm-hmm. I want Blake. Mm-hmm. But I still like Callum.
No, I like him too. I do, but I was bugged by him. I'm like,
Which is
okay,
fair.
just go on another trip.
Please, get out of the castle.
And let's have Blake take over with this protectiveness thing. Because I'm really loving
Because they
that.
could go for it.
So they still have their bond. Cal and Aurora are planning to take over the throne still. Like,
And then in this like prologue, we're in Blake's dreams, which there's a lot of dreams in this book, which I thought were really interesting.
the dreams I put down were my absolute favorite part of this
Yeah.
book.
There is-
Absolutely favorite part of this book.
I have to talk about it now. The spicy dream.
The spicy dream was so good. My favorite dream was when she is like ends up in his room with a knife and trying to kill him.
Yeah.
And then he returns her
Yeah.
to Cal and he's like, I think her wolf wants me dead.
Yeah.
And I just loved it because it's so like
Oh.
I love just that she is so not into him.
Yes.
I love that. Because it's not even yes, towards the end it's like obviously we know what happens at the end.
Yes.
But and towards the middle, like there's something there,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not like, oh, there's something there, but I love Callum. Like she's like invested in
Yes.
Cal.
She's literally like, how do I figure out how to kill Blake without me dying? She's not into him, which almost makes it hotter.
It does. It makes it so good. Like just
If it
so
was the other way
good.
around, if the MMC wasn't into her,
Because
I'd probably be like,
it would feel like pick me. I
Yes.
feel like almost if she was like, oh, like all these people just love me so much. Anyways, yes, the dreams, so good. The sexy dreams,
and this
so
is like,
good.
okay, but going back to actually the plot, we find out in Blake's dreams that Night wants the heart of the moon.
Yes. And I just love that whole storyline. How
Yeah.
they like meet in these dreams, and they both figure a ton out about each other.
Yes.
Like their biggest fears, like what's plaguing them at the moment,
Yeah.
different memories. Like
Yeah.
they can relive these memories in the past dreams.
Which the memories were insane.
They were so. It was just
so
such a
good.
good plot line. Like not really anything that I've seen before. And I
would
liked
agree.
I liked how that's how they've gotten to know each other in a deep, deep way.
Because I thought that the plot line was kind of going to get messy with Sebastian dying in the first book. I assumed, like, I'm like, oh, are we just going to change bad guys every single book? And I feel like that kind of plot gets meh for me. But the way that, like, the villain is progressing, too, the
Yeah.
plot is also so good while the romance is so good.
Yeah. No, it's very good. I loved the dreams though. Like it was just a great way for them to
Yes.
build the relationship without her sacrificing her relationship to him. Like,
Yes. It
I
was
don't
almost like she was
know.
forced to be in these situations, so it didn't feel like she was running back and forth and confused.
Yes.
When she is sleeping, she doesn't have a choice to sleep. So she's ending up in their dreams, and she's constantly running away from him in these dreams as well.
And she's also trying to figure out what the fuck they mean and what they're happening, like when they're going through this prison and stuff, and she keeps hearing noises and then people following her, and it's just so good because I was just so invested in it. Like this book had me just turning the pages.
I agree. So
And
then
I honestly don't know if I liked this one or the first one better.
I would agree with you. I think I liked this one better because we already knew the characters and the plot line was like already established. Because I like world building, but I prefer plot and characters that I know. But both were so good.
Yeah, like they were just page turning good.
So after the prologue, we finally go back to Aurora, and she tells Callum about Blake's plan to basically get him into power, then take over, and he won't hurt her. Cal won't hurt Blake because Blake and Aurora are like attached together.
Yeah, they have this bond.
Yes. So Callum just like laughs it off. I was so confused by this. I thought he was going to be pissed or whatever. He's so laid back, but also not. I was so confused. I was like, why shouldn't we, aren't we more mad about this?
I don't know. It's just really weird. It is weird. Like he is, I don't know. And then I just feel like he's just the wrong kind of possessive sometimes.
Okay.
Cal.
I almost appreciate his
You're
type
probably-
of possessiveness because he's possessive without being controlling for the most part.
Wait, who are we talking about?
I'm talking about Callum.
Oh, okay.
Who are you talking about?
Callum.
What kind of what do you not like about his possessiveness?
I just feel like it's a Tamlin kind of possessiveness. And maybe that's because you put Akatar in my head from the last episode. But I just feel like that works for some girls and it's just not for her. And
Fair.
I think that's where I have it start to have an issue.
I felt like he was Tamlin-esque in a couple scenarios, but at the same time, I felt like a lot of it was like her not understanding, like, wolf culture,
Yeah,
almost.
that's true.
And him just trying to be like, I literally cannot explain this to you outside of it being a wolf thing.
No, and that's where I have confusions too, because I'm like, okay, he keeps blaming it on like wolf instinct, wolf instinct. You hear that a lot. But then why can Blake control it?
And I'm not disagreeing with you because it is giving Tamlin versus...
I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm just saying like, okay, so what, like, what's,
Yeah.
that's why I'm just confused by that more is like, well then what is the wolf instinct thing? Like, I feel like I'm with Aurora and just as confused as her.
Oh, and I am too. Part of me was like, okay, cool. I understand it's a wolf thing, but can you give a little bit more description?
Yeah, like what does that mean?
But anyways, so they're just kind of, you know, going in and out. And then they start to, you know, get busy.
Yeah.
And she just starts like basically having a seizure-esque thing and gets sent into a coma-like state.
Yeah, it's like this fever they call it.
Yeah, and Callum's like carrying her and like yelling his head off for Blake.
Yeah.
And then we fade to black.
Which I love.
Yeah, every time.
I love this stupid trope.
I know.
I love the stupid trope. I love that she gets the fevers. It's like my favorite part.
Yeah.
Because then every time she gets to go to Blake, and I'm like, yes, we're here.
Heal
her. Take care of her.
Nurtures her inner self.
Yeah. I love it. I love it so much. It's so stupid and it's my favorite.
I'm right there with you. I love the whole dreamscape thing. Every time there's a dreamscape thing, you and me are like eating it up.
Oh, I know.
Love it.
Like that's another thing with this book, is it just has all the tropes.
It does. It does have our like favorite
tropes. Stupid ass tropes that I just love.
You and me start reading it and we go, yep, love triangle, they're mates, but she ends up with him first. And you wanna know what? We still eat it up.
It's just so
good. The characters, even like the two male characters, even look like the male characters in ACOTAR.
Okay, I do have to say that. I was going to save this for the next book, and I am just so sick of that. I'm sick of the blonde, like, not so great guy and the fucking, like, black-haired shadow. Like,
yeah, come on.
I'm so done with that.
I'm with you.
So
you want to know what we have to read?
Guess what? Crown Me Dead. It's very similar.
She's already finished our next book, guys. I'm halfway through it. I don't know who she's going to end up with.
Okay. Well, you're in for a treat. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm too focused on the nastiness right now, so... But we'll talk about that later.
Seriously, like, can we switch it up?
Yeah.
Let's throw in, like, some purple hair or something. Not really. But you know what I mean? Like,
if we wanted to, we could read what's the book?
I mean, we had Oro and
the
Grimm.
Caraval.
We had, like...
series spinoff. The Jax books.
Oh, the Once Upon a...
Yes.
I heard that series is good, but who fucking knows these days? We basically just have to pray and read.
We can't trust these Goodreads bitches.
No, we can't.
No.
But anyways, that's my thing.
I'm with you. Because it makes it almost more predictable.
Like, to be honest, I thought that Carrion Swift and Brimstone was a breath of fresh air.
Oh, same.
Like, let's get some red-haired guys in here. With freckles that are whatever.
Let's change up the... And I also, like... Callum is, like, so big in the pictures. It's, like, alarming to me. Next to...
Oh, yeah. He's like real-life Jason Momoa or something.
But bigger.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I have one more thing to say. I feel like I want there to be a book where the blonde MMC in a love triangle is like the guy that the author is leaning towards. And the shadow daddy is like the Tamlin, let's say.
Okay.
And I want to know, like, I want there to be a test and see what readers... who they will support, if they'll do it based on looks or actions and personality.
Which is fair.
Like, I genuinely think there would be people that would just be like...
No, we want the shadow daddy.
Yeah.
Which, like, fair, I get it. My other question, though, is... I know we kind of know where the series is going, but we're not for sure. We don't know with Lightlark.
Yeah.
Because she still hasn't made a fucking choice.
Well, didn't she choose him, though, when she went through the thing?
Grimm?
Yeah, she chose him, and then he betrayed her.
I don't
Or
fucking
because
know.
he didn't remember? She did pick him, but then he said fuck you because he didn't remember her, and she went back crying to Aro. And that's when the book ended.
But that was my thing, is like, she went crying back to Aro, and she made a decision, but then Grimm made another decision that could change the decisions.
That's true.
Anyways, fuck that book.
Anyways, that's our tangent. Back to the... Let us know what you think, though.
Chapter 2!
I don't have chapters, so I'm just winging it, but...
So in this one, we kind of learn more about Blake's clan. And I was very curious about this. I felt like a majority of his clan is half wolves, we learn.
They're all just a bunch of ragtag, like, one's an alcoholic, one's a fucking whatever, one's crazy. I don't know. They're all just weird. And he, like, somebody makes
They make a comment that they're all broken birds, essentially.
Yes. I'm the worst descriptor of all time.
And that just kind of, again, signaled to me. I'm like, okay, this is where she's going to end up.
Yeah, and she tries to make friends with Elsie.
Which I loved Elsie's character so much.
I did too.
She was so funny.
She was something different.
I agree. And I appreciated, like, the female friendship, because I feel like a lot of times, like, we get the Isla
But right
type.
away, she was like, F you, I don't want to be friends with you. And
100%.
brushes her off. But yes, I agree.
And Elsie has a little boy that's always with her that also cracks me up. Elfie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Aurora's just kind of adjusting to Blake's castle while she's going through, like, this weird transition fever thing.
Yeah, and she's also, like, prepping for her first full moon.
Yeah.
And I, like, thinking about that, I would be tweaking.
And she never shifts in this book, this
No.
whole book. So I'm really excited for that in the third book. I think that it's obvious. What did he say at one point? That she was going to be a white wolf?
Yes.
I do think that's going to be accurate.
Which, like, a white wolf and a black wolf.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Come on. Let's
We know where this is going.
Let's get real here, people. So Cal and Blake are kind of getting together and making plans to get support from all the clans.
Yes, because they're going to all of those, like, outer clans that supported Callum's right to the throne when they first
This is another thing I appreciate about this book is, like, we get real plans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, real plans that make sense about how they're gonna win this war.
I agree. I felt like that was also a breath of fresh air where they weren't just, like, pulling shit out of their ass randomly.
Yeah, it wasn't like, I just have magical powers and it's
all
we're just gonna
strength
win.
yeah.
Like, with our ragtag group of people. Like, no, they're actually, like, putting the politics into it.
I agree. And then also them kind of talking about how they have to work around the full moon because they don't know who would be more powerful in the wolf form, so their whole luteal, whatever. Luteal.
Oh boy. Don't catch me there.
Me too, girl. Me too.
Yes, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Aurora keeps continuously, like, trying to have sex with Cal, and he keeps kind of...
Like, being like, oh, I'm busy.
Yeah, kind of getting cock blocked a little bit from him.
He also, which, like, this kind of pissed me off. He's like, well, if we do this, then you're going to be sent into a fever. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like, well,
your dick isn't that great.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's so, like, worried about letting loose. And, like, we got to wait till your shift. And then I'll let loose on you. And it's just...
Which I didn't
was like,
get
what?
that.
I didn't get that. Thank you. Because I was like... What is the big deal? Because she's human and, like, this is a continuous problem that they have is that he just treats her so gentle and she's like, no, like, I'm not weak. I'm working on getting stronger and, like, this isn't helping. Like, you're not making me feel like an equal even though you're saying that I am.
It also kind of pissed me off, too, because she kept, like, asking for the real him, the real way he feels, the real way he wants to do things. And he's like, well, if I do that, I'm going to rip you apart. And I'm like, why? Why does that go to
like,
ripping
okay,
you
let's
apart?
try. Can't we always just, like, try to, like, you, like, let loose, and then if it's too much, we'll pull back. What's the big deal?
Like, I'm just like, I feel like they already have, like, don't get me wrong, their sex isn't the craziest I've ever read, but it's not like, it's like gentle caresses, and, like, they get after it. What are you gonna do more of? What are you holding back? Are you gonna fucking bite her arm off?
I don't know.
I was so confused. I also,
And I'm like,
you wanna
what
know?
more do you want exactly? Like, maybe you need to
Okay.
say exactly.
I have to get this off my chest. The wolf books. Do you think they fuck in wolf form?
I don't know.
Because I'm just picturing like a wolf on top of another wolf, just
Humping? Sam, you're picturing them humping? Doggy style?
doggy style for real.
I don't know. That's something we'll find out with the third book. Maybe that's why she's pausing. She's like, we need to figure this out.
She's like, I don't know how
Should
to
we-
describe
yeah.
doggy in a sexy way when you're both dogs. Which, like, fair. Also, guys, if this book said whimpering one more time,
did not
I
bother
was gonna
me at
because I'm
all.
picturing a dog whimpering.
I did not even like register that was in this book, to
Oh
be honest.
my god! Every time she is touched by Callum, I had a whimper, 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 whimper. Oh, because I'm picturing a fucking dog whimpering, and it's taking me out of the moment.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it.
We need your feedback on the word whimpering,
I feel
please.
like that actually like tracked for me in this book, so that wasn't. But that's hilarious.
It was driving me insane.
That's hilarious. I feel like if I did a reread, then I probably wouldn't be able to unsee it. So,
Sorry.
anyways,
So then, after they're doing all of this planning, they get a letter from James basically saying, you have something of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And Aurora's confused. Callum doesn't really explain it that well.
So basically, James has Fiona, and he
Yes.
wants Aurora back. Like, he wants Aurora. Because
Yes.
the wolf law is that whoever bites the other wolf and makes them a half wolf or whatever, they belong to that clan.
Mm-hmm.
So James is like, you belong to me, I want you back, I'm gonna keep Fiona, and like has all these stipulations.
Yeah. And there's this whole big commotion about it. And she's kind of just like, okay, well, if this is what it takes to get Fiona back, like, send me. And then there's this whole big yada
Callum's like,
yada.
never.
Yeah.
And then she gets more upset because she feels like she's not being able to make her own choices.
Yes.
And so, and like, again, I get that with Cal. Like,
Yeah.
how would we feel if he was like, yeah, see you later. Like, good, best of luck to you. Then that wouldn't feel like he cared either,
I
right?
think I was just looking for more discussion and explanation.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there was none of that.
No, like, he's just like, this is it.
Yeah. Which that feels Tamlin-y.
Yeah, like the little bit of too much possessiveness.
Yes.
Which I feel like could be good for
Yeah.
someone else.
I agree.
It's
Isla.
just not her.
She wants you, Tamlin. She wants you, Callum.
Oh, no.
Just go in that route.
So, Wolf Law.
Wolf Law. I'm just
Wolf
picturing
Law.
that TikTok sound, the "We are wolves." Have you ever seen this one? It's
No.
absolutely fucking crazy.
I'm scared of hers and Cassie's FYP. If they send me more weird shit, I'm done.
No, she's not. She loves it.
I do, kind of, but... Anyways. Unless she gets another bite from someone else, then
Yes.
she can be fine.
And so Callum's like, basically, let me bite you.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't belong to anybody.
Yeah, which is so fair here.
Yes.
She's like, I just got my freedom.
Yes.
And now you and Blake are, like, trying to bite me.
Yeah. Give me some space.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm not doing that again. Which I liked that she wasn't
Yes.
just like, oh, bite me so we can save Fiona. Like, I think that I actually maybe like this book a little bit more than the first book is because her character has just developed so much more.
I agree.
Like, I don't think I would call her a damsel in the first book. Like, she clearly didn't want to be one.
Yes. But
But
didn't know how to, like, not be at that
She's so
point.
good at standing her ground
Yes.
and sticking to her guns.
Yeah, and I really appreciate in this one, too, that the males aren't necessarily super pushy about it either.
Yeah.
Like, when she says no, there's not a lot of, like, backlash in that sense either.
Yeah, like, they're just like, he's, like, hurt by it. But...
Mm-hmm. Which I'm also kind of like...
Which, again, he blames on the wolf instincts.
Yes.
I don't know. And maybe maybe Blake has those same instincts, he's just not, we're not seeing them, and he's not sharing them, you know?
100%, because we don't get a whole lot of one-on-one with Blake that's not in these dreams and these books. At least I don't feel like we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they're kind of like avoiding the intimacy because the first shift is coming, and she has the fever kind of again, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And like instead of doing that because he's so nervous about it, they're going on these walks. And they stumble onto this altar.
Yes. And it's like a night chapel.
Yeah, so this is where we kind of learn like more of the lore. So
Yep.
basically, the moon goddess was captured by the god of the night, and correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, because he was jealous, and then she like moves cells so he can't find her.
So it was the moon goddess fell in love with a wolf, and then she gave him like more powers, and the sun goddess was jealous. So then the sun goddess, which I don't understand how the sun goddess has more power than the moon goddess, but I'm on my own. The sun goddess banished her to the prison, and the moon goddess said that she would go, but only if all of night's creatures were locked up. And then it was a trick on Night because Night is technically a night creature. So then the night prince was also locked away in his prison.
Okay. And then this heart of the moon is the key that could release something from the night prison.
Yes.
And the night god accidentally got trapped in.
Yes.
Per your story. And so we find out here that at the altar that some wolves worship the night.
Yes.
And so that's why they have these creepy ass altars with blood all over them, because they like sacrifice people. Like, it's pretty negative time.
Then I had a guess here, and I was like, do we think that she is somehow the moon, the heart of the moon?
So you guessed it.
I did guess it.
Interesting. I thought something was going on, but I didn't guess it.
I just kind of was like trying to put two and two together. The stone wasn't the real stone. Everybody switched when she prayed to the moon goddess, and I was like, okay.
Like, she's gonna be a white wolf.
Yeah,
all the things.
I was very proud of myself for guessing that.
No, that's good. That's pretty early on.
Yeah, chapter 6.
And yeah, so the moon goddess is what prevents the shifting, and Aurora kind of suspects Blake. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why does he have this altar on his property?
Yeah, but Callum actually backs him up and says, this does like not look used. The windows are smashed out. Everything's dusty.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's in use. And he like basically backs Blake up and says there's no way he's worshiping the night god.
Yeah. Then the lunar eclipse arrives.
Yes.
And they go up to do this ritual on top of the mountain.
Yes, and I really like these scenes for Aurora too, because she's walking up the mountain and she's like struggling because she's never had to do a hike before. But she's also talking about how refreshing it is. Everybody's laughing as they're going up. She gets to feel the mud like squishing on her feet, and
oh my god, this just splashed into my eye. Why does that always happen to me? It's always when we're on video. Anyway.
And it was just refreshing for her to be like, this is what it feels like to be free and part of something where I'm not looked at as just a trophy, essentially.
Yeah. And then some guy's talking to her on the way up, and it turns out to be Lachlan.
Yes.
Which I loved. I liked him.
Same.
And I liked how he just kind of revealed himself at the end. And they kind of thought that there would be some animosity there, and there's not. Like, he's kind of just more amused by her.
Callum was worried that there was going to be animosity because Lachlan was in love with one of the captains at another site that got overrun when Sebastian was looking for Aurora. So Callum thought that he was going to be pissed that Aurora was there.
Yeah.
And this was also, so he's gay, which I was like, okay, here for it. But yeah, I really liked his character too. I thought that he was so funny.
Yeah.
And we also find out that he's from the same place that her mom's from.
Yeah, so he actually gives her, like, helpful information later on.
He's got bright red hair when he flips his hood off.
Yeah. So I really like them. Blake's kind of, like, working the whole group. Like, he's obviously up to something, as always.
Yeah.
Cal's kind of uneasy about the whole thing because there's, like, this rule about no fighting.
On this night.
This night. And before, James shows up with all the muskets. They have this moon priestess thing where this priestess is attacking
Elsie
and Alfie.
Yeah, so she's like holding Alfie by the arm, basically telling him that he's an abomination and that he shouldn't be here.
And Blake and Aurora step in, and I just really liked that.
I did too. I really liked that scene. And then Blake made her apologize.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah.
That was very Ianthe.
Yes. Fucking
She's the
Ianthe.
worst.
What a bitch.
She's the worst. Anyways, so then the ritual begins.
Yeah.
And James shows up, and they're all like, "We want you, Aurora."
Yeah, they've got like muskets with silver bullets. I'm like, that feels so counterintuitive to have guns with silver bullets in it, but
Yeah.
that's just me. And he's like, I want what's mine. And then Blake bites her.
Yeah, so James and Callum start fighting.
Yeah.
Because he's like, "No, I'm not going to give her over
Yeah.
to you. Like, what the fuck? You shouldn't be starting this on a night like that." And then, yeah, Blake just bites her without warning. Both Cal and Aurora are pissed about it.
Yes.
Because she's like, "I fucking told you no.
Yeah.
And you just bit me."
Fucking rude. We also find out, too, that Bruce, who was at Highfell Castle before, is Blake's dad.
Mm-hmm.
And we also find out that Bruce is Elsie's dad.
Mm-hmm.
So we put together that they're brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're like linking all of these people together.
Yes. Which I liked.
Yeah.
And James kind of leaves this whole thing, like, knowing that there's a kind of a wedge between Blake and Cal.
Yes, and I think that's what he was going for.
Yeah.
He was
Like,
happy with the outcome. He's either coming to
he
get
wasn't
Aurora
mad
or...
about it.
No.
He wanted originally Blake executed, and he wanted Cal to be exiled to Highfell.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, he was kind of like evil laughing as he left.
He was cackling as he left. He had a good night.
He had a good time. But anyways, then Cal and Aurora return. He's upset by her being claimed by Blake.
Yeah, you smell like him. Okay, bitch. I was getting so sick of the, you smell like him, you smell like him.
Well, again, though, that's the wolf instincts thing.
It feels like there's 2 pages here. Am I dumb? Maybe.
Anyways, they sleep together, and she keeps saying that, like, she's his, like,
Yeah.
or he keeps saying that, like, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine, and all she keeps thinking is, like, I'm not anyone's.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's like, it's so obvious at this
Yes.
point, like, he's just not it.
No. They're not supposed to be together.
No.
And it's like actually very devastating because I've never been in a love triangle where at the end of the love triangle when she's moving over to the next love interest, I've never been sad about it.
What about Grimm and Oro?
That book I think I was just like pissed off about. And I was mad at Grimm. Like I was mad at him in that series.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
But this one I was like, I still like both.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No, I get it. It's fair. He's not bad at all. Anyways, so this is a common theme, whatever.
Yes.
Keeps deciding kind of what's best for her, whatever. Then Cal leaves, and I'm like, woohoo. Aurora stays behind.
And she's just scouring the library trying to like find something to break this link. And Elsie keeps coming by and giving
her...
the
library scene, too.
Yes!
It's trope.
And Elsie keeps coming by and giving her these sexy books.
Yeah, I love that. Because now they're kind of pals after she stuck up for her on the mountain.
Trying to give her these sexy books. And Aurora's kind of like, thanks, but I don't have time for this.
Yeah, she gets all flustered.
Yeah, which is so funny.
And then Blake finds out about these books, and he just teases her relentlessly.
But he takes them.
And he's like, oh, is Cal not pleasing you enough? And all this stuff. And I'm
Send
like,
him to my room if he needs tips.
I know, it's so good.
So good.
Then Elsie's like, let's go dress shopping. They go to the village. Aaron's there, too. We find out that Elsie, so when Blake killed their dad, Elsie got scared and ran to live with her friend.
Yes.
Her friend was basically, they had Alfie together. Her friend was abused and killed by Magnus.
Who was her husband. So Alfie's dad is Magnus.
Which is the creepy guy from the first book that was trying to essay her.
Yeah.
And so she took Alfie from him, and now they kind of like Elsie wants revenge against him, but Blake is kind of more playing this long game and using him, getting information from him. So it's just this really interesting connection and dynamic.
And we get some more background on Aaron too. So throughout the first half of this book, I kind of thought that Elsie and Aaron were together.
Well, they kind of like have a thing.
Yes.
It's a situationship, if you will,
but
from my understanding.
I agree, but I don't think anything's happening.
No, like, doesn't Elsie basically say, like, no, because he's
in love with someone else. Like, he's pining for somebody else. And this is the first mention we kind of get of, like, a mate situation.
Yeah. Yes,
so it's like introducing us to that.
Yeah, they kind of refer to her as, like, it's obviously a mate. Like, it's something more that he can't deny.
That he can't control.
Yeah.
And she basically just says that she wants someone who's all hers.
Yeah, which is so fair. But I think that there's, like, an underlying tone there that if that wasn't the case, they would both be interested
100%.
and be together.
Yes, that's what I would agree to.
So he kind of, like, plays the role almost of, like, a male figure for, like, Alfie and her. But there's nothing...
They're not together.
They'd never take it.
Yes.
Yeah, which is so interesting.
We also find out that he's an alcoholic in this scene, too. Which later on makes sense.
Yeah.
But then they go back. She got some really pretty dresses. She's feeling herself. I'm here for it.
She is totally feeling herself. Aurora's getting pissed at this point with Cal's kind of gentleness. She's just, like, feeling like a damsel in distress, the whole thing. Like, it's so redundant. Like,
it really is.
It's redundant for me in the notes. It wasn't for me in the book.
No, it didn't feel redundant in the book because you could just tell that her frustration levels were just growing with different encounters rather than, like, the same sentence over and over again.
It felt real, too, because, like, I feel like when you're in those situations, you're, like, feeling this way, but you're not entirely sure.
Yeah.
And then you have really good days and really good moments, and you're like, okay, this is great, and, like, I'm choosing this guy.
Yep.
But, like, there's just this lingering, like, oh, something's, like...
Why is this so hard?
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
So I appreciated it. But anyways, then she's, like, sneaking into the infirmary to get wolfsbane. Because
one of Locken's men, well, a lot of Locken's men have been giving her, like, dirty looks, being kind of sketchy with her, because
they're not as forgiving.
Alexander has now we haven't mentioned him yet. Alexander is Sebastian's bastard brother that has taken over in his stead, and he is worse than Sebastian, which is a crazy sentence.
Yeah.
And he took a bunch of wolves hostage, and some of Locken's wolves are related to those hostages. So they're just getting real pissy and looking at her wrong. So she decided to go into the infirmary and dig around for some wolfsbane.
Yeah.
Fair.
And another note on Alex.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to be, she thought he was dead.
Yes.
Because when she was young, he, like, threatened her with all this stuff and was super creepy to her.
She was 15 and he was, like, hitting on her, basically asking if she wanted to get out of here, talking about what a piece of shit her dad was, and basically committed treason.
Yeah.
She told on him, and he got taken to the dungeons. She heard him screaming and assumed that was that.
Yeah, then never saw him again. And so now we're hearing that he's back, and so she's, like, fucking scared.
Yeah, which, from all of the accounts we've gotten so far in the book, I'm scared too.
Yeah. And this is where they eventually go into a dream too. And Blake sees exactly what happened.
Yeah, and he's kind of like, little rabbit, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
Why haven't you mentioned that you know him?
Thank you for bringing that up, because what is with the rabbit thing?
The little rabbit? I don't know.
Because remember in one of his, like, kid dreams, there's a rabbit? They mention a rabbit?
Yes.
When his mom's around?
I think it has to do with the mate bond. And I'm sure that there was something where his mom was like, you'll meet your, like, something dumb like, oh, you'll meet your little rabbit.
But his mom didn't like him.
Oh, you're right.
So I'm like, what is it? Like, it's something else.
I don't know. I'm hoping we get more on it, but that is what he calls her. That was actually very sad, the story about his mom. We'll get to it, but shit.
I know. Again, I liked the whole dream thing there.
Same.
Anyways, so... Where am I? Oh, yeah. She kicks Blake. They kind of get into it.
Yep.
It's obvious that he's interested, and she's just not picking up
No.
on it at all.
She
Which
said,
is
I've got
so
other things
funny.
to deal with. I don't need whatever this is.
And he's constantly, like, bringing out this, like, wolf in her.
Yes.
So that keeps, like, rising to the surface, but it never comes out. And
Which
then-
is, like, so refreshing, too, because Cal is like, suppress it, suppress it, suppress it. And Blake's, like, riling her up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
So I just appreciated that.
Mm-hmm. And then this is the point too where we find out that yes, the pain is linked in their bond, but he can shield it too.
Yeah, that they can both kind of like close the bond off and not use it essentially.
Yeah.
At least that's how I read it. Like it still works. Like if someone still dies, it's still going to affect the other one, which I don't really get.
Well, like this was just the pain part. I don't know.
Like,
they can kind of like do the emotions and stuff too,
I
but
was under the impression that Aaron's mate is dead.
okay.
Are you not? She can't be if they're mates, right? Because then Aaron would be dead?
I don't know. When one dies, does the other? The only reason why.
Well, they're talking about all the pain. So I guess I assumed that their lives were linked.
Well, I think that. I don't know if that's an all mates thing. Because remember the
Okay.
life force thing? He saved her life by grabbing onto the life force thing.
Yeah. So that's why they're connected with lives where regular
Yes.
mates are not. Okay, that makes so much more sense.
Yes. Yes. And Blake at this point can just tell that Cal is not treating her kind of like her own wolf.
Yes.
Like he's not telling her about all these things, like the nail chewing thing.
Yes.
And like he's just not, I don't know, not
He's not
helping her
explaining
out.
the things that are happening to her when she needs
And
someone
he's also
to.
not noticing it.
No.
Like Blake is like, have you seen her nails? Like
Yeah, because like biting is a wolf thing, so her like gnawing off her fingernails is essentially her like not being taken care of. Essentially, is
yeah,
like-
yeah. So I loved that.
yeah.
It's like, yes. Love
Please.
a detailed man, not
Yes.
oh, I didn't know you wanted me to. Oh, you didn't say that.
Yeah. You didn't make me a list.
Oh, how am I supposed to know the dishes need to be done? Well, they're fucking dirty next to the sink. I don't know. What's your first fucking clue? Like, that's kind of the vibes
Yeah.
Cal gives me. Like a big, dumb,
Oh.
muscly dummy.
It's like when they call people golden retriever.
Yeah.
Like they're sweet and they're good,
Yes.
but they're not gonna do something unless you ask.
He's not a bad guy,
No.
but like sometimes I'm like, when this part happened, and he was just kind of like, I
don't know. I wasn't supposed to know.
it just felt, you know what I mean?
no. You're just kind of like, all right, I'm done with this.
like,
Let's
come
move
on,
on.
you big dummy.
I totally felt that as well.
Anyways, then Lachlan is trying to kind of negotiate here.
Yeah.
He wants his territory back.
Yep.
He wants the remaining wolves to swear kind of loyalty to him.
Yeah.
And then he wants a private word with Aurora.
Yes.
And of course, Cal's like, oh, you can't do that.
What do you mean private word?
Yeah. And then So that's where they eventually dance
Yes.
and have this private word. And he tells her that he's from the north
Yes.
too. And that they all believe that her mom was going to overthrow her
The king,
dad.
yep.
And he kind of alludes to that she could do the same thing.
Yeah, and again, this was so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And again, because we got more. This is book I feel like is connecting all of the dots, and like you and me were talking about the last one, fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're getting the information fast.
Mm-hmm.
We learned that her mother was a wolf, but in order to go to the kingdom to be a wolf, she had to take wolfsbane.
Yeah, it's not
and she like
dragged out.
suppressed her wolf and all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the king knew.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like we got so much good information.
Mm-hmm.
He also talks about how the heart of the moon went missing when her mom left.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, do you have any important jewelry, a locket? And she's like, my mom had a bunch of jewelry, but nothing like stuck out to me.
Mm-hmm. Nothing that she made
Yeah.
seem important. Yeah. So that was really interesting.
Yeah, and then of course Blake cuts in
Yeah.
and they dance.
But before this,
Yeah.
Blake is all weird about Kai. And was like,
oh yes,
Kai's dead. And Aurora and Lachlan are kind of like, he's obviously lying. Like,
Yeah.
why would he be lying about that?
Yeah.
Which we find out
Yeah.
later that he's up to no good, kind of.
Nefarious.
That's what I would say. Anyways,
Yeah.
right here I was like, why? What's
Why are we
going on there?
lying?
That was so weird.
And it was so good, too, for him to not be able to cover it up well enough for Aurora to know as well. I just like that she was in the know,
Yeah.
but, like, not everybody else was.
Yeah. Okay, and then before Blake cuts in too, Claire arrives.
Yes!
Oh my god. And who was the one who says,
Larkin. He says
yes,
to Callum.
he stirs the fucking pot.
Which, that's exactly who he is. He goes,
He
Callum,
stirred
you
it.
tried to... Because this was James's betrothed. They never actually got married.
Yes.
But they were supposed to. And
she
then...
busts through the door all beautiful.
Yeah. And
hair
Aurora's
flowing.
like, what the hell? And Larkin goes, Callum, you tried to bet her too, didn't you?
Oh my god, when I read that, I was like, what?
It's like in Fourth Wing when you got introduced to Kat for the first time.
Oh my.
Oh, it was so good.
I was so mad.
So good.
I was so...
And Aurora all of a sudden is like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It gets jealous.
Immediately.
Which Callum's delighted by.
Oh, yeah.
Her being jealous.
Which I did kind of like that scene.
Yeah.
Him just basically being like, oh,
Yeah.
so you're jealous.
Yeah.
We find out more backstory that, like, so she, first off, Claire comes because she's trying to figure out who she's supposed to swear loyalty to.
Yeah. And
James
she's kind of
or-
there with her own
Yeah.
agenda. Like, she's not swaying
No.
for nobody but herself.
She needs to get her clan as south as possible because a ton of weird shit's happening with Night up in the north.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes to Callum to hear him out, and then she's going to James.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So they go off and chat, and then this is where Blake cuts in.
Yes.
And she tries to deny him big time.
Oh, yeah.
And he kind of cons her into a dance because he's like, we'll talk about the bond. Like, I know things.
Yeah.
And she really wants to break the bond. So
Yes.
she kind of gets lured in. And he tries to use his alpha voice or like alpha command on her.
Yes.
And it doesn't work. But she pretends that it does.
Yes. And my other
Which
thing here, too,
was strange.
throughout the entire book, she's like, I know I shouldn't play this game, but I'm going to. I loved it.
I did,
Every
too.
time she's like, I shouldn't, but I am.
Yeah.
I was
'cause
like, yeah,
do
girl,
want it.
yeah.
Well, I think she just like is so desperate for answers.
Yeah.
Because Callum is not giving her
No.
like any sort of info whatsoever
Which
on
is
Wolf
so
stuff.
frustrating. And at this point,
And it's not really all Cal's fault either. I mean, she just
No.
doesn't know stuff because she doesn't
it's
know
not
stuff.
all Cal's fault, but also, we've already said it, they're mates, and he's known for a while, and I'm kind of like, dude.
Or at least suspected.
Yeah. Have a conversation with her about this.
Yeah.
Which,
But
granted, I
he
know it's
also loves
hard,
her.
but yeah. But
I
again,
think they were trying to live in this bubble.
100%.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of whatever. So I totally get it.
Yeah.
Anyways, and we also find out that she's immune to the wolfsbane,
Yes, it does not affect her.
which is strange.
Strange.
And this whole time too, their bond is like humming, and
Yes.
there's clearly like
And he gives her 3 questions to ask.
Yes.
Yes or no questions.
yes,
And she asks these questions, and some of them he's like, you're asking the wrong question, but yes. And you're like,
I know, I love that.
oh.
Anyway, so he says that he knows how to break the bond from
Yep.
James' book back at the other castle,
Yes.
far away.
So she's got it all in her mind, like, once Callum takes over, we'll go there, and I'm going to dig through and hope I
Yeah.
can find it.
Yeah, and like that's the plan.
Yeah.
From Stan. Anyways, then she runs into Claire on her way out.
Yes. And, of course, Claire's amazing. Badass.
Yeah, she is. And she kind of explains the whole thing.
Yes.
The Cal thing's not as bad as
No.
it seems. Like, it's very
It's
Cal
bad in a
coded.
different way.
Yeah.
So, we find out that her and James were, like, basically an arranged marriage. Neither of them wanted an arranged marriage, but they do fall in love and date in secret while also fighting it. They're also mates. But Callum thought that she didn't want it, so he offered up his own hand. And this is another place where we're like, Callum loves to save his damsels.
Yeah.
And Aurora's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, so my feelings are kind of getting validated right now. And, like, am I just...
Another one?
Yeah, like, are you actually in love with me? Or are you just, like, trying to save me?
In love with the feeling of saving me.
Yeah.
And, which I totally get. And after hearing that from Claire, I was kind of like, oh, shit.
I know. And so, like, this begs the question, too. Is I'm like, does that make him a good guy?
Or a bad guy. Or not even a bad guy, but
like, is he a damsel collector, or is he just being a good guy?
Yeah.
You know?
And
I
again,
just don't even know if I know the answer
I think
to
it
that.
goes back to, that's fine for somebody, but not her.
Yeah.
If this was a different woman that was, like, fine with that and didn't necessarily want to, like, go and be wild and have all these, like, have him let loose and all of this stuff, I'm sure the right woman would be like, okay, he's being a super good guy. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
A damsel in distress, he did save me. Where Rose's like, I want to be wild and I want my partner to also be wild.
Yeah, and I just, like, I don't want, like, that's her biggest thing. She doesn't want to be.
Yes.
She wants to be strong. She wants to be her own person. She wants to be free.
Yes. And, like, when she goes and talks to Callum about this after, I literally wrote, Callum is not getting it. Like, I was getting so pissed off when he was acting dumb about the jealous thing. Oh, you're jealous. It's not like that. It's not like that. And she's like, no, I'm not jealous. You don't understand. Like, are you just into me because you saved me, or are you into me for who I am and who I'm going to become? I was getting so mad. And then he just kept trying to have sex with her. And I'm like, oh, so you wouldn't put out last week, but now that I'm jealous and I actually want to have a conversation with you, you're trying to lick me sideways.
Yeah. I feel like she was really into the sex thing, too, though, in this part.
I'm not saying she
so
wasn't.
So I didn't feel like he's...
I just felt like she was getting blown off. I'm not saying that she wasn't. It almost felt like a well-placed distraction on Callum's part.
Okay. I didn't feel that way. I was frustrated because I'm like... It seems like he said all the right things, but he doesn't follow through with his actions and his actions leading up to it. Like, he continuously is like, you're not weak, you're an equal, like, you're all these things, but then he still holds back with sex. Like, he still tells her to stay behind instead of coming with like him and stuff like that.
Fair.
So I'm like, okay, you saying all the right things,
but there's no action behind them.
But nothing like it does. Do you actually feel that way?
Yeah.
And that's okay for like, I think he's just almost lying to himself a little bit.
Yes. Which is fair.
Yeah, and like trying to appease her by being like, no, like I don't feel that way when it's like,
come on, dude.
I don't know, do you though? And then he fucking proposes.
Yeah, at the end of this chapter he says, marry me. And I said, what the fuck?
I hated that.
Yeah.
Because she's like jokes around. And she's what is she even joking around about?
She's joking around about being a proper lady, that proper ladies don't sleep with people
before.
Yeah,
and she's like, maybe we should be abstinent for a while or something
until we're married. And like, it's obviously a joke.
Yeah.
Very high. And then he goes, well, let's get married then.
Like, dead serious.
Yeah.
And this is where he's like, I want an equal. Like, I swear, don't see you as weak. Like, I don't know. It's just...
It also kind of pissed me off, like, looking back at it, too. Later on, when they have a conversation about when they both come to terms with her being Blake's mate. And he's like, I can't love and be with someone who's not wholly mine. Mm-hmm. What would you have done if she said yes? Mm-hmm. Like, you already have a drop of doubt in you that is what that connection is a mate bond. Mm-hmm. And you were just willing to, because he literally said, if you want this, tomorrow morning we'll ride to the chapel.
I don't think he really knew at this point, though, because I feel like the big turning point was...
when they kiss at the...
That was a huge one, but I can't remember. What is it before or after when Blake is guarding her?
Oh, when they transform, but she goes, yeah, we'll get there.
So okay. I do feel like at this point...
Okay, that he wasn't sure.
I think that the life bond thing, I think that a lot of it was chalked up to that until this point. And then when he was guarding her, which is like hardcore mate behavior, then they started fighting and got pissed off. And I think then after that...
Okay.
So I got you. But that makes sense.
Yeah, but
like I see where you're going, but I think truly at this point,
since we've been talking so freeform about it, I do get what you're saying. Yeah. Because I agree with you that I do feel like that's kind of where he was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, like
Okay,
something's up.
Fair. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I do still love you, so.
Yeah. They have sex then, and
Yes.
she's like, I'll think about it.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, if you really have to think that hard about it. But
So you getting married.
anyways, then the full moon happens.
Yes.
Aurora's super nervous. Cal's like, it'll be okay.
Yep.
Taking her into the woods. They're gonna have this moment. They
Okay.
start to have sex.
Question for you. So she's been super nervous about this, transforming, whatever, and he disappears for a couple hours that day and doesn't tell her why, and basically just like leaves her alone to like marinate in these scared feelings. Granted, he was doing a sweet thing and he was like setting up a tent for them and a picnic and all the things. Do you think that was the right decision in this moment? When she was like scared shitless and he's like, I have to go do something. To like set up something romantic, but also she needed you then? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I felt like very at odds with myself because I'm like, it is so sweet and it's so like giving her a safe place to transition and like calm herself down. But also like, you couldn't have asked somebody else to do it for you, like Ryan quick or something.
Poor Ryan, what a job. Hey, can you set up this sex scene for me? Make it romantic.
But do you know what I'm saying?
I feel like that wouldn't have been as good. Like, oh, I had someone else set this up for us.
Which is fair. I'm not saying it wasn't good. I was just kind of like,
I
where are
think-
you going?
I think, again, maybe big dumb man.
Okay,
move
okay.
there.
Fair.
I think both ways are fine.
Okay.
And not great.
It's just like, I was kind of like, I love it, but also
Yeah.
moving on.
Or maybe like just the day before, maybe you guys could have just...
You could have had a picnic basket.
I do feel like it distracted her, like in the moment. So I'm not against it, but I'm with you. Where
I was not against it at all. It
where
was
I'm like-
more of I was just kind of like, again, I feel like he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
He's just his thing. They're not connecting for him.
Yeah.
Anyways, he takes her out, and there's like this beautiful whole scene. He recreated their tent. There's a fire. There's food. She's really relaxed. They start getting after it.
Yeah.
And she starts having another fever.
Yeah. And then he calls for Blake.
Oh, going back, this actually cracked me up so much, and I loved it. So I guess the day before they turn...
I'm half my notes are in my phone, so don't yell at me.
I'll go through mine quick. The day before they turn, they have a big feast. And then they typically don't eat day of because then they hunt as wolves. So she goes to help Elsie in the kitchen, and Elsie's running around. There's a lobster all over the ground. Elfie's chasing potatoes around. It's straight chaos.
I didn't write any of that down.
And Elsie's just like, can you please help me?
Yeah.
And Aurora tells this sad story about how her brother Philip ruined lobster for her after he told her how they were put in a pot to boil. And
it was her birthday, so it wrecked her whole...
And she talks about how she felt like she was the lobster that was being boiled alive and didn't realize, and she got out. And then Elsie's like, well, now we can't eat the damn things.
Yeah.
So then they go and they throw them in the lock.
Yeah. And Blake's like, what the hell is this? They have this, like, this
Potato mush.
It was supposed to be this nice dinner.
Yeah. Blake's like, I paid for lobsters. Where are they? And Elsie's like, they got away. Yeah. And Elfie, too, is just loving it. Yeah. Running and throwing them in the pond.
That was a very cute moment in the book.
It was such a good scene.
It was really wholesome.
And it just felt like another moment for Elsie and Aurora to, like, become, friends.
That and just to see Blake's, soft side.
Yes.
It was,
It was so good.
I loved it.
Anyways, going back to them getting it on and her running into the fever. So, Callum scoops her up and is, running, screaming for Blake.
Yeah. Then she gets to Blake's room, and Blake is drunk, fighting the shift.
Yeah.
Like always, because he hates that side of himself,
yes.
Whatever. He tries to keep his distance, kind of. From Aurora.
And he is literally begging Callum. He's like, get her out of here.
Oh
and Callum's like, I can't. If I move, I'm going to shift.
Oh, my God.
And this whole thing, and Blake's just kind of, prowling forward, and Callum's like, don't fucking do it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it was so good.
The moonlight comes in, and they both shift, and they're just... Oh my God, it's so bad. This is when Blake starts guarding her.
Yes, he's laying on top of her like Callum did.
Yes. which is like textbook mating.
Yes, because they talk about how wolves guard their resources or things that are important to them.
Yeah.
And Callum sits in the room the whole night and they're like barking and growling at each other. And then she fades to black. Fever is gone. And she wakes up and her and Blake are like all tangled in each other. Her head is on his chest.
And Callum throws Blake off, and this is where they start fighting.
Yeah.
And they start arguing. Yeah. And Aurora's just kind of like walking around the room.
Well, she's also so confused because she's like, what the fuck just happened? And Callum's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And Blake's like, I don't know. La 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 la.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, and Aurora's just like searching his room, and I don't know. At this point, she's still believing that this bond is something that they created.
Yes.
And it's so obvious that.
It is so blatantly obvious that they're mates.
Yeah, and so she's just looking for anything to just still break it, and then they eventually realize, like, Aurora didn't shift.
No.
And Callum's, like, weirdly happy about it.
Yeah, which I didn't get that at all, and...
He's like, I knew you weren't really a wolf.
Yeah. And Blake and her talk later, and he goes, you are a wolf, and I have never met anybody that didn't shift on a full moon.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole nother mystery thing surrounding her.
Yeah, which I loved.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I don't know. It was so weird that Callum, like, seemed relieved.
I
Which,
agree.
Again, I'm like, your words are not matching up with, like, how you're acting and, like, responding.
Yes. And it felt like it played in.
Why would you be relieved by that?
Which I don't get, because then she can't be a part of, like, your customs when you do things and all. I didn't get that. And I also made me feel like he wanted her to not be so they can continue playing the damsel in distress. Like, that's just the vibe I was getting.
Yeah, well, what else would it be?
I don't know.
Like, it just didn't add up.
Yes, I'm with you.
And so, like, she sneaks out and talks to Blake. And, yeah, it's just, I don't know. She's just trying to get answers from him.
Yes,
because
and
he obviously knows more. And she's just desperate to be like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And if I'm not a wolf, then why am I having these fevers and stuff?
And why do I feel like a fucking wolf?
So
it was so frustrating.
It is. Then she kind of is spending time in the castle with Blake while Callum hunts down some of the men after them.
Yeah. Who was he hunting again?
The, I don't know, like the people that are after, like Alexander's people, I think.
Or did he go when they went to take those prisoners? They were transferring prisoners from the one place to Grey Rock, and that's what that was?
Maybe.
Anyways, Callum leaves, and she is, like, pissed off and walking through the castle, because I think she wanted to go talk to Blake.
Well, she got in a fight with Blake over the smutty books.
Oh, yes.
And she just got annoyed with him.
Yeah, and she left, and she was walking back just for one of the wolves of Locken's clan that were pissed about their siblings to take her. And she screams down the bond, like, he's taking me. And then we black out again.
Yeah. Anyways, so then we find out that they're delivering her, it's James's men, and they're delivering her to Alexander.
So they meet at, like, this weird castle.
Bad moves. It's bad moves.
It is bad moves, let me tell you what. They bring her to this castle, and when she wakes up, she's, like, tied to a column, and all of the alphas that are with James are sitting at the table. And James tells her Alex is on his way. We're doing this trade, yada yada. And she's like, please don't do this. I'm begging, yada yada. And then all of a sudden, Blake and Callum show up together. I was hoping it was just going to be Blake.
Okay. I kind of, yeah, I don't know. I like that somebody showed up because I'm like, oh, fuck, if she actually gets handed over to Alexander right now, this is going to be so bad.
Yeah.
And they're kind of arguing, and James is there, and Aurora still kind of is like, okay, or he's still obviously trying to drive a wedge between Blake and Callum.
Yes.
So this is when he's like, all you have to do is Blake has to kiss her.
And I'll let her go. I'll let all of you guys go.
Yeah, that's it.
And
Aurora's like, no, like, I don't fucking want this. And Callum doesn't say anything. And she's very upset by that. Because she feels just humiliated. Like,
in front
what the
of all of
fuck?
these
Why
men.
would you just let him kiss me?
It felt like her dad.
And Callum's like, doesn't say anything. Kind of was like the vibe of like, okay, like, yeah, I want to see what happens. Because obviously James knows something.
And Callum looks at Blake and says, do what he says. And that sentence repeats in Aurora's head for weeks. So this is like a very large breaking point for their relationship for me. Because she was embarrassed. She got like forced upon, and Blake like says, I'm sorry, and kisses her. And I don't feel like we get anything on Aurora's side. We didn't really get anything on Blake's side, obviously, either. But then, after they kiss, Alex's men storm into the building.
I feel like we did get some on the kiss.
Yeah? From her?
Yeah. Because she, like, said that everything, like, all of her senses flared up, like, everything.
Maybe I'm just forgetting.
She's like, everything was, like, on fire.
Okay.
And then, another point, I wasn't completely mad at Callum here. Like, this wasn't my breaking point for him. I was kind of over him from the start. But, because I kind of was like, you know what? I get it. If all he has to do is kiss her, and he gets to find out the truth.
Yeah. I wasn't mad at him. I just felt like this was the breaking point for Aurora.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I feel like this was caused a
Definitely.
very large rip. Because I'm with
just
you. I get
kept
it. Like, if all it takes is a kiss for all of us to fucking get out of here, wrap it up.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't completely, like, mad about his decision like she was.
Yeah, me neither. I'm just saying I feel like this was a point where I'm like, okay, this is kind of feeling where the gears might start shifting for the love triangle.
Well, yeah, it already was, and this was just, like, broke the fucking camel's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Alexander's men storm in.
And Callum, like, yells at Blake and said, get her out of here.
Yeah, because they shared, like, a weird plan moment before the kiss.
Yes.
So they kind of were still...
They were still together. They were still working together. They're mad at each other. Like, Blake's mad. No, Callum's mad that Blake had to kiss her, but they were still a team here.
I think they're both mature enough, especially Callum.
Yeah.
To know that, like, okay, there's no change, there's no say in this. Like,
I would agree with you.
It just is what it is, and it sucks.
Yeah. And Blake basically, like, is running to get her out, and he gets shot in the shoulder with a bullet, a silver bullet. So she's to, like, drag him out, and Alexander comes, like, storming after them, and he calls her love, and he's like, happy to see you again, love. I knew we'd meet again.
The shit out of her. And Callum's like, get Blake out or get her out of here to Blake. So Blake's like getting her out.
Yep.
And doesn't he like say something about his like get your hands off my mate here?
No, that's later.
Are you sure?
Positive. 100% positive.
Okay.
So they're getting on the horse and running away, and Alex is following them. And Blake talks about how if you go up into this chapel, he won't follow you. So Blake knows who Alexander is. And then we kind of get a little bit of backstory, and because they go into this chapel, and Alex is like, good to see you again, Blake, yada yada.
Yeah.
They have this whole back and forth. And then she gets him in the chapel and was like, what was that?
Yeah, so you know him.
Yeah.
Like, so seeing him in the dream wasn't the first fucking time. Yeah, which I'm like, yes, the story is storying. I love it. Aurora's tending to Blake's wounds. They have kind of this moment, and then they're kind of like, one of the lower level wolves comes back and is like, okay, Callum is king now. You guys can come back.
Yeah.
And they're like, is this a trap?
Yep.
Should we go back? We don't really have another choice. And they kind of just ignore the kiss and everything that happened.
And just go back.
And go back.
And in that scene where she's healing him, we do find out, or I don't know if I put this down as a guess, but like Blake and Alex know each other from the palace. Is this later on?
It doesn't really matter. Okay. We're getting to the end.
Well, they know each other from the palace because they were both tortured, because Alex is also a half wolf. At this point, I'm like, who the fuck isn't a half wolf? Jeez.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah, and that all of those books that she was reading, Blake was the one being tortured. And I was kind of wondering that in the first book.
I felt like that was pretty...
Yeah.
Because I didn't picture him doing that to all these people.
No.
Because I'm like, who would he even have found? Like,
Yes.
there would have been more
I
on
agree.
that.
And
If
because, like,
dozens of people were just getting effed
because
up.
you know how Aaron doesn't have an eye? He wears an eye patch.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first book, she was talking about how one of the procedures was to see if wolves could grow eyes back. And they scooped the eye out.
Mm-hmm. Which you find out, like, their clan was all down there together.
Yes.
Which,
Yes. Makes sense.
Then back at the castle, Cal's basically, like, kind of just cut things off
Yeah.
distance-wise with Aurora.
Puts her back in her old room at the, like, main castle.
Yeah. And kind of just has a lot going on. They don't really get to discuss anything.
Yeah.
Then this is where she finds Blake and they kind of talk about the torturing.
Yes. And
like,
it just
their
kind of gets,
childhoods.
like, cleared up. And we find out that Aaron was down there, Alex was down there, Blake was down there, and then, is it Jake? His, like, right-hand man with the dreadlocks?
I don't remember. It's a 4-letter word or name.
I don't know. Anyways, you guys know who we're talking about.
Yeah, you guys know. Yeah, and then they just kind of have this moment, talk about their childhood. They have this connection.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's a feast. Kai shows up,
Yes.
Lachlan's lover, and he
Yep.
turns out to be alive, which,
Yeah, we knew.
yeah, and he's a devotee of the god of the night.
Yes. And he starts talking in this creepy ass voice, talking about how the night god is coming back and you better be on it. And his eyes turn black while this is happening. I was like, ah.
And he's like, oh, if you hand over Aurora, like, the curse or whatever can be released or something. Or he can be released.
Yes.
So, Aurora's obviously more than she seems. And then they go to the feast or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's wearing Column's colors.
Yes.
I don't know. It's just... Then things get very interrupted. Her brother shows up.
We also find out that James is still alive.
Yeah, so
Callum
we find
didn't
out that
kill him.
he forfeited again. Which
Yeah.
I'm like, that didn't...
Why are we like, again, I'm happy that he's not dead because of later on.
Yeah.
But I was also kind of like, what was the point of this?
Yeah.
This huge thing just for him to still be alive. It just felt like Callum...
I think there's more that happened there.
Oh, yeah,
that was just too easy.
I'm hoping we get more of the backstory, but I'm with you.
Because we don't really.
Yeah.
Anyways, Philip's there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, shit.
I literally was in shock. I did not... And I put Philip showing up, and I was like thinking about it. I'm like, he has to be a wolf too.
I did not expect that storyline at all, which was so dumb of me. As I was reading it, I'm like, duh.
Yes, I wasn't picturing him at all because all we've ever heard that he was an asshole. Like, why would he ever be involved with Aurora's story?
God.
But
I'm
of
like,
course,
well, yes, he does.
Of course, he's a wolf.
They're literally related
Yes,
with
like,
the same parents.
Yes.
Like, why did I not put that together? But I feel like there was just so much happening that,
Yes.
like, I love the storyline. And
I
then
did too.
He's playing this game of, like, that he's weak, but really he's, like, got all these new tattoos.
He's a warrior.
Yeah, we find out that he's, like, can fight and shit.
Yeah.
And
he's flirting with Isla the whole time he's there, and I was dying.
Yeah, so good. She's
good.
She's not having it.
No.
And then he kind of reveals that he's been in the Snowlands,
Yes.
which is their mother's territory, looking for something.
And serving the Snow Queen.
And he's kind of been like, he's kind of in love with somebody there. Like, there's just a ton to unpack with him.
Well, he's in love. So the reason he's there is because the Snowland Queen wished to marry the Wolf King, which is now Callum. Because there is is it the night? It's the night stuff is happening up there, and she feels like she's going to need allies.
Yeah.
So she wants to basically make an alliance marriage.
And at this point, Callum's like, no, I want to marry for love, da-da-da-da-da.
My wife needs to be mind, body, and soul.
Yeah.
Which, this I should have felt like it was a red flag, but I did not pick up on it.
Yeah, and he just kind of drops that he's a wolf. Aurora doesn't really believe him at first, but then, whatever. She's just upset at this point because everything's going wrong.
Yeah, because, like, what the fuck do you mean? I'm fighting with my man. My jackass brother is here. I have this other guy that I'm connected to that I want
Now
no
somebody
part
else wants
of.
to marry him.
Yeah.
Like, she's whatever. And then they finally kind of have it out, Aurora and Cal.
Yes.
And she confronts him about the kiss, like, tells her how that
Yeah.
made her feel. And Callum's like, I know you have feelings for Blake.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Aurora's just sort of not letting herself even think that that's an option, even though it is.
I totally get, too, because she's never been in a situation outside of Callum of liking a man.
Yeah.
So, and she is in love with Callum, so I don't know if she, like, understands the concept of, like, having feelings for two people at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so one-track mind of, I want to be with you, so it doesn't matter. Like, we're not talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's just choosing him. He kind of is pulling away anyways.
Yeah.
I feel like this would have been a good time for Cal to just fucking say what it is.
I agree.
Like,
but I'm right there with you, too, of it's probably hard for him to also think that that's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with you, too. Like, let's have it out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be done with this if it needs to be done. Because what's the point of stringing it along?
Because this is when he says, like, I can't be with someone that a man has partial claim on.
Yeah, which that's
So,
also
like,
kind of like...
So, like, you already kind of half said it. Why didn't you just, like...
Yeah,
let's
you already
just say
said
what it is.
what you were thinking. Just tell Aurora the truth at this point.
And stop, like, keeping your distance from her.
Yeah.
And just, like, let's
Let's
just
be done.
do it. And again, too, like, I feel like the first book, I said, I feel like Cal's... her, like you said, how she's just not very experienced. Like, her first love.
Yeah.
And she just, like, her first everything. And just, she's having a hard time, I feel
Yeah.
like, moving past that.
I agree.
And just hurting someone in general, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard. This one is hard. Mm-hmm. But then, after they're fighting, they kind of hash it out, but she goes back to her room.
And she's like, I'm going to break this bond.
Yeah.
I'm going to prove it to you that, like, there's nothing between us.
We're meant to be together, you and me.
Like, she's just really selling it. So she sneaks into Blake's room.
Yep.
And she's looking for the damn book of James.
Mm-hmm.
And she finds the book. And he gives it to her, doesn't he? Or is that in the first one?
No, that's in this one. She finds the book, and he acts, like, protective over it. And then she ends up, like, stabbing herself to get it. And Blake's like, fine, you can have it. You want it fair and square.
Yeah.
And he, like, heals, like, wraps up her hand, and they're kind of talking about it, and then she leaves with the book. And she's like, that felt too easy. And I was like, yeah, girl, because it was.
Yeah. So there's missing pages out of it. So then she goes back again while he's gone. And she is hiding in his room. And Blake, and what the fuck is his name?
I think it's Jake.
I don't think it's Blake and Jake. I don't know what his name is, but they're talking.
I have it in my notes.
They're talking about something, and he's like, Jake.
Jake and Blake.
It's not Jake.
Adam.
No. I think it is a J. Anyways.
Jack?
Yes! Yes, it's Jack!
I was close. I was one letter off.
So Jake's like, you can't keep ignoring this
Jack!
forever. Jack's like, you can't keep ignoring this forever. Yes. You can't keep doing this. Yes. I've never seen you like this. La 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 la. He's like, it's fine. Blake gets in the room, and she hides under the mattress.
This is so funny.
And then he just falls asleep.
Yep.
Even though what does he say?
He knew that she was in there. He said, I thought you were just going to, because she goes and she's like sneaking out of his room and she sees parchment under his pillow.
Yes.
And she goes to grab it and he tweaks out, obviously, and grabs her and goes, I thought you were just going to sneak out like a little mouse.
Yeah. Which I love.
Yeah.
He just went to bed knowing she was under there. She thinks she's all sneaky.
And he's like, girl, I read you the moment you were in here, but okay.
Yeah. And so, whatever. He was so desperate for her not to see these that he throws them into the thing. Yep. And she bites the shit out of him. Like, she can't help it.
Mm-hmm. And he tells her, you don't want to do this. Like, you don't want the consequences of this.
Yeah.
Oh, and then...
you can't just go around biting me.
A little bit before this, too, in the dreamscapes, they're in the night prison together.
Yes.
And they're, like, walking around, and they find one of the cells has been broken into, and something has escaped.
And
which is very
what does he
scary.
say? He knows which one it is too. He's like, which you don't
Because when she
want
was
this
looking through
one.
the books, she saw a bunch of the night creatures, and it was like one of the flying serpents.
Yeah, she's like, which one is it? And he's like, one that
I
is really bad
yeah.
or something. Oh my
I'm not
God.
pumped that it's out.
So that's
But,
bad.
yeah.
And then they're in the room, and before the two of them can sort anything out, Lachlan's guards arrive to arrest Blake.
Well, he's finally starting to give her some answers before they show up, though. He talks about how could he have known that he was going to create the bond, because he would have had to put her in a life-threatening situation to create the bond. So that was not planned. And she's like trying to think this through, and she's like, no, like, you had to have known. This had to be your master plan. And he's like, I'm not even that good. And she goes, so what is it? And he called it, I don't know how to say what it was. And she's like, well, what is that? And he goes, you figure it out for yourself. And then Lachlan's men come and arrest him.
Yeah. Then Aurora leaves, and Cal's there.
Yep. He finds her in Blake's
And it
room.
does look very bad.
Her scent's all over her Blake's
Like,
bed.
it's clear that somebody's been rolling around in the bed.
Even if it wasn't the way we wanted it to be.
Yeah, it was aggressive.
Which, like, I do understand his reaction to this situation as well.
Yeah. and
Because then they're fighting, and he's, like, walking away from her, and she's, like, running to keep up with him.
Yeah, like,
and
it's not what it looks like.
No. And then she asks what that word means, and he's like, where did you hear that? She's
Which I'm like, why?
at this
Just
point,
fucking
she
tell
knows.
her.
Just tell her. Let's be done.
I don't understand that part of it.
I don't either.
Anyway, so she pieces something together from that, and we realize that the smutty book Elsie gave her was written by Mrs. McDonald, which I love that connection.
Yes,
the cook,
same.
the bitchy cook.
Yeah.
So then she goes and to the kitchen
Yep.
and asks her about it, and everything kind of clicks into place for her. And
he
she's like,
figures
oh my
out-
gosh, we're mates.
Yep.
Which I'm like, yeah, you probably could have been told that by a million people by now, but whatever.
And then
And even like Blake, come on, just like, why are you
know.
letting her, sending her through this rabbit hole?
yeah, I was not thrilled with both of them at this point. I was like, where the fuck is she supposed to find what this means? You just burned the pages that explained it.
And why?
Yeah.
Anyways.
So then she goes to Callum, and she's like, they're fighting about it again.
Yeah, because Aurora's like, you hid things from me.
Yeah. And he goes that he started to piece it together when James bit her.
So he did start
He
to
has
sift.
known.
But he thought it was the life force.
Yes, but he started, like, that's when things started to maybe start clicking into place for him, because Blake got all protective of her and, like, saved her after all this stuff. And I was like, and then Callum basically is telling her he wants all, and she can't give it to him.
Which is fair.
Yeah, I get it, but it's also like, shit, what are we doing? I'm scared.
Yeah, she can't. And at this point, I'm like, okay, good, because I'm done. You've ended it well.
Yeah, and then they sleep together.
Yeah, one last time.
And she says, like, one of the most devastating lines, she says, because I would rather have part of him than none at all.
Yeah, and it's just, yeah. And it's hard because he's like, part of it too, where he redeems himself too, is where he's like, I just don't understand, like, why fate would do this, and I've been, like, praying that to the moon goddess, like, it will change.
That she'll just let me have you.
So I do think, like, yes, maybe he had an inkling, like, yes, whatever, and, like,
Yes.
things kept going by. I do truly think that he was, like, really trying
I don't think he was doing it out of malice. Like, I don't think he was doing it to be an asshole. I think he was just doing it because he could not believe it himself.
Yeah.
Which,
And they also say that, like,
Yeah.
mates are very rare.
yeah, which, no, very rare, but we already have 3 instances of it in this book.
Who's the 3?
Aaron and his, James and
Claire,
and then her and Blake.
Okay, yeah.
It's about to die.
How much time do we have left?
I don't know.
We still got 10%.
Okay.
We still got 10%.
So she tells Callum that she's going to figure out how to break the bond and that she's going to find the heart of the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, because she's still, like, committed to him. And he's,
Yep.
like,
He doesn't really believe her,
he kind
but
of breaks it off with her.
yes.
And is like, but I'll always still, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they end it, I would say, on good terms. But she is still, like,
we're gonna be together.
And he basically tells her, like, hey, you need to leave and, like, go figure out answers about who you are and go with Philip. He can protect you. And I like that moment, too, where they went out and he kind of tested Philip.
Oh, for, like, the fighting. It was actually a very good scene. I would
And
agree
he,
with
like,
you.
whooped up on everybody, which was awesome.
So then her and Philip set out on this, like, trip to find the heart of the moon. Because Philip also wants to find it. And she says goodbye to Callum. And Callum says, I will wait for you always. And I'm just, like, kind of sad. Like, I was really
It's really
sad.
sad. Yeah. It is. It's sad. But I was, like, ready. I was feeling good about it. Like, this is right. This feels right.
Yeah.
This sucks, but it feels right.
It does. And then her and Philip are leaving, and there's, like, this awkward silence. And she's like, I don't know how to feel about you because you were a dick my entire childhood. But also, it's been a long time, and we're both half wolves. How the fuck is this working? And they kind of start to, like, chit-chat about things. And she gets his backstory. He apologizes for being an ass. And we find out that Jake is who bit Philip, which means that Jake is a part...
Jack.
Sorry, Jack
Let's just
bit Philip.
Let's rename him.
Jack bit Philip, which means that Philip is a part of Blake's clan. So there's, like, all of this stuff. And then, yeah, they're sitting at the campfire and they fall asleep. And then this is where the sexy dream happens. And Blake says, let me have you. Just once.
Was it here?
Yes. When they were sitting at the fire and they had the dream. Because he says, you left and you didn't say goodbye. And then they move into the next scene and she's on her knees in front of him and they're getting after it.
I thought at the fire, that was when he's warned her and was like, there's somebody behind you, like, you need to go.
It's the same, if that makes sense. And then they move to another part of the dream.
Okay. I thought that was earlier, but I could be wrong.
That's where it is in my notes.
Because he was in his room.
Yeah.
Then he moved to, like, it was real time, though. He was in the dungeon when she was at the fire.
I know, but they were dreaming.
Okay.
It's where it's in my notes.
Okay,
It's in my notes.
I just know they were in his room.
Yes, they were in his room.
On his bed.
On his bed.
And that was happening, like, real time.
It was like his dream. He was dreaming it.
Oh, and then he went back to the dungeon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he, like,
anyways,
yes.
Yeah, so
he
then
woke her up.
He's like, you need to fucking, like, go.
Something's happening.
Yeah, like, something's behind you, and he's, like, panicked.
Yep. So
and they're basically too fucking late.
Yeah, he wakes up and Alexander's got him.
Yeah.
We also find out that Alexander is the one that bit Philip. So he controls Philip with the... whatever it is, the alpha commands.
Yeah.
So she wakes up in a dungeon and James, Claire, and Ryan are all there in the dungeons.
Yes. And this is where it's confirmed that Claire is James' mate.
Yes.
But she rejected the bond.
Yes.
Which you can do, apparently.
Which you can do, but I don't know how it works with the life force.
So James kind of blames Aurora for everything, too.
Yeah, and talks about how it's her fault. If they wouldn't have fought, they wouldn't have ended up here. And Claire's telling him to shut up, and Ryan is also telling him to shut up.
Yeah.
And then the night beast slithers by themselves.
Then they're, like, taking to this... They're collared and taken to this arena to fight. Oh my gosh, this was where it gets
crazy.
It gets really good. I did not think that's where things were gonna go.
Yeah.
Anyways, Aurora's left behind at first, but then they drag her out.
Yeah.
So she's just waiting there.
Yeah.
Alex ties her to a post and has her whipped.
And she's, like, freaking out, saying, like, no, anything but this, because that's how she was beaten as a child.
She was literally losing it.
Yeah. And James is trying to be helpful and be like, you're stronger than you think. Like, you can do this, you can do this.
Yeah, so then they have, like, a nice moment.
Yeah. And it doesn't work, so Aurora starts getting whipped, and it's horrible. Pep talker.
The whipping
it's very
is
upsetting.
Horrible.
It's like when Aelin gets whipped.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Which made me like this book even more because I just felt like it gave like the depth that most like indie authors
Yes.
don't have.
I would agree. And then Blake bursts in, and this is where he says, "Get your hands off my mate."
I think he says it a couple times in the book. But
I
either
know
way,
what?
it's 10 out of 10.
It was a chef's kiss. And then Aaron's there, Jack's there,
Oh.
and then all
Jake, Blake, and Snake. In order to join his clan, you have to rhyme with his name. Yeah, but and the whipping thing is trying to get her to shift, and it's just making it worse.
It is, because she's got like all this pent up aggression.
Oh, and then yes, Blake has his moment.
Yes,
Oh, it was
all
so good.
hell breaks loose, and they're fighting, and people are just getting killed left and right.
And Blake doesn't want Alexander dead.
No.
Which I was so confused
I
by.
was too.
I'm like, just fucking kill him.
Let's
He's
be done with
horrible.
it.
He's horrible.
Yeah, and in the midst of all this fighting, Alex is crawling over to the pit where the night creature is
Oh
kept.
my god, when he let it out, I was
Yeah.
like, are you fucking kidding
He lets the
me?
night creature out, and I don't even know how to describe it. It's a huge snake with wings, essentially, and it's just picking people up and devouring them, causing mayhem.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And this is where Blake tells Aurora, like, I think you are the heart of the moon.
Yeah. And you need to stop suppressing your
Yes,
powers. And,
you need
like,
to let it
loose.
out.
Otherwise, we're all dead, basically.
And then she has this dream, and it's her mom. And she's like talking to her, and she tells her that she is the heart of the moon, and that she can do this. Hard things are gonna come. She tried to get her and her brother out when they were little, and just like it never panned out. And that she was taking the wolf's bane and died from it to keep them safe.
Yeah. This is when, like, yeah, the fever is taking her.
Yes.
Which reminds me of one of the other dreams. I was kind of pissed about that at this point because the same dream is happening
Yes.
at one point earlier in the book, and Blake drags her back and doesn't let them have this conversation. So this could have happened
Much earlier.
much earlier.
Yeah. But I think that was the whole point. But anyway, she goes in the fever and she lets out, like, she's basically glowing like an angel. And she kills the night creature and wipes out all of this stuff. And then she passes out.
Yeah, she's just like this crazy magical
Yeah.
thing. And well, the night creature's like talking to her too, and it's like,
Yes.
"Oh, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for killing you, but
But
I
I
don't
can't
care."
resist.
Yeah, it was so. Oh.
It was so creepy. Also, when she became the heart of the moon, everybody could shift into wolves. So that was also like another big thing.
Yeah. So Aurora's the heart of the moon. Sam guessed it. She's
But-
the best predictor of all time.
Also, while they're all fighting and this is distracted, Alex cuts Blake's throat.
Oh yeah, because he just
Yeah,
he just
and
was not stopping.
Aurora basically gives him another like pull of life, like he did for him.
Which made me so mad. I'm like, why didn't you
Yes.
kill him off?
Kill off Blake? Or
Alex, when you had the
Yes.
chance.
And he's climbing out of the well, which is where he is to die. He says, "You're going to regret this." And I was like, "What do you mean? I'm scared."
Yeah, so she saves him.
Yes.
Um,
And then she wakes up and she's in this room and she's in like clean clothes.
yes.
She doesn't really know where she is, but she gets dressed and she leaves.
And, well, Philip's there.
Oh, Philip's there, yes. And Philip comes in and basically says goodbye, but to be weary of Blake because he's acting weird.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so then she goes out.
And she's like exploring and she runs into James and Claire and they're fighting. They're just bickering their lives away.
Yeah.
And James comes up to her and they've kind of like grown on each other at this point.
Yeah, they kind of, like, he offers kind of an alliance
Yep.
and, like, suggests that maybe Aurora marry Cal. It's just, like, really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, they're
He's
just-
still strategizing
Yeah.
in like a political way and it kind of felt like Aurora's like, dude, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
But she basically says that she wants to go to Cal as a queen. She wants to be able to offer him something.
Yeah, which I'm
So
like, what?
her plan is to basically go and like usurp her father.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna overthrow the
Yes.
South. Like, my dad, the
Yep.
Southlands are mine. whatever.
Yep.
And James is like, okay, I'll help if you do that. Like, I'm in.
Yeah, and then Blake shows up and asks if she wants help with that.
Yeah.
And then James scuttles off.
Scuttle. And then that night, Aurora falls asleep and finds herself in the prison, the night prison with Blake. And she's kind of like hiding.
She's in the shadows.
Yeah, she's watching this whole interaction. And the two of them are like talking. And Aurora's like, whatever. They're like talking about mates and stuff.
The Night Prince and...
No, Blake.
In the dream?
Yeah.
It's not the dream I have right now.
Okay. Okay, we'll skip that. We'll skip.
Okay.
So then she's in the shadows. She's watching Blake talk to the Night King.
Yeah.
And we find out that he's the Night Prince.
Yep.
And he's been doing all this fucking dirty work.
Yep. And
so then I take that as his clan is in with them too.
I would also think that.
Because of Kai and stuff.
And he's like chasing her through this dream. And then when they wake up, he's sleeping in a chair in her room. And she wakes up and she's trying to act like she doesn't know what just happened. And he goes, let's cut to the chase. And I was so scared.
Oh my god. So she wakes up, her heart's like racing and he's there and she tries to play it off and he's kind of like waiting for her to bring it up because he sees her.
Yeah, he saw her in the dream.
And she's like, no, it's fine. And she kind of like trying to run and he basically stops her from running.
And he shows her like this mark on his ankle. And we find out that he is one of Night King's prisoners. And he died under the palace, and the Night King took his soul. So he's back in the world because he told him that he would go and get the Heart of the Moon and let him free. And the only person that could do that was the Moon Goddess. And the last thing she said to him is, my heart is your salvation.
And that's why everyone was saying, like, or his group was saying, like, why me?
Yeah.
Like, or why you?
Yeah.
Why you are mated with the moon, like the heart of the moon? Like, what the fuck sense does this make?
Yeah, and
earlier
in the book, she was talking about someone asked why you, and Blake mentions, I know why me. Like, I know. It was so crazy. I read the last sentence and I go, no.
So before that, they were talking in the dream about how they're mates.
Okay.
And that's how when they were talking about that they're their only true friends.
Okay, yes.
And I just felt like it just made like this ending seem so much worse.
And so much more devastating.
Because they just kind of like accepted that they're mates, like they're gonna work through this and all this stuff. They're like the only people that truly understand each other and everything they've been through.
It's kind of like we can be friends in this situation, but
and then that happens and I'm like, oh my god.
I was floored. Did not see that. I thought that he might be the Night Prince, but I didn't see the whole other things coming.
I didn't either.
I was taken aback. But it was so good.
I felt really betrayed by that. Which I shouldn't have. Because I'm like, we knew that he was up to something else this whole time.
My other thing is like, they're not even like in love yet.
I know.
So do you think that she's still gonna, like, how is she still gonna be tethered to him? Because if I was betrayed by someone who was like kind of my friend at that point, I'd be like, okay, peace out, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, they're not even in love yet. So how are they supposed to end up together?
I don't know. And now we have to wait
even longer.
Like
almost longer.
Almost
a year.
Almost a year. Oh my god. And he's been trying to find a way out, it sounds like. But like, how the fuck are you getting out? And then also, I'm like, so you're dead?
I think that he was dead, but the Night King saved him and kept his soul so he could recreate him on Earth with his soul, so no. Also, my other question is, are all your other people dead? Like, is Aaron dead? Is Jack dead?
Oh, and so, yeah, I know. I have more questions about his clan. And so that's why he didn't want Alexander dead, is because Alexander died and went straight to the god of the night.
Yep.
And now he knows that she's the
Heart of the Moon.
So, it's just upsetting. Whoa, what's happening? Sorry, my phone's hot. and doing weird stuff.
So, what was your overall rating?
I'm gonna go with another 5. I rated the first book 5. I'm gonna go with 5 again, and I don't know if that's just because the fucking books we've been reading this year, but
Which one? What if it is? That's fine.
yeah. So
I'm probably
going
going
5.
I went 4 on the first one, and I think I'm gonna go 5 on this one.
I think
It was so good.
my thing is I was page turning, happy with it, happy with the plot, happy with the characters, happy with the world building, happy with everything. So I'm like, where am I taking off points?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It was so good. I felt like it was well written. Loved the characters. Best love triangle I've ever read. And still shocked at the end. Yes, I predicted a lot, but I was still shocked at the end.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I wouldn't say it's the best love triangle, because I feel like there wasn't much of a triangle for me.
Well, I guess I'm saying
it was just fine.
Best love triangle for me where I like both of the characters and wouldn't be mad if she ended up with either. I don't feel like I feel that way with love triangles ever. But yeah.
I feel like I felt that way with almost every single love triangle, except for maybe Tamlin and them.
Okay.
But
I haven't felt that way about a single one.
I actually kind of enjoyed that there was a clear choice. So maybe that's why it didn't feel love triangle-y to me.
Okay.
Like, I felt like from book 1 there was a, like at first, but I'm like, it was obviously trending, and I kind of liked that.
I guess more of I'm saying
like,
too
I
is
wasn't
like,
heartbroken when they were not together.
I agree. I was more of saying, like, I still liked Callum when they ended things. And I feel like you usually don't like...
You're good. You like the love triangle.
No, I'm really trying to explain it.
You don't have to explain. You got it. It's good. It's a good love triangle. I hear you. I think it's good.
I'm like super happy, and this revived my love for reading.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's really good. I would say Alchemize, Poison Daughter, these books.
They've been solid reads this year.
It's been
rough out here.
The only thing that sucks about reading like a good book is then now we have to go back and it's just like the next book is just fine.
We're trying.
It's just fine. It's hard to
top.
I know.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Hopefully Akatar revives us a little bit.
Please.
All right. We will see you next week, folks. Should we do our game this week at volleyball, maybe?
Yeah, let's do it at volleyball.
We'll do our social game on the socials. And be social. With Jake and Blake and the mates.
Yes, watch out for the pink shirts.
All right, see you guys next Wednesday.